All right, everyone, welcome back to another relaxing painting with Mr. Klotter. Today I have a bunch of colors here. I'm going to get with it here. I'm going to start with a little bit of, what is this called? A little bit of blue, phthalo blue. Just going to load the brush here. All right. Start by making little X's. Start by making nice little X's. Yeah, but just have this go down. Just like that. There we go. And I want to just condition this whole entire canvas, but I want this to get lighter as I go down for the sky. Simple as that. Then you get all these nice actions in here. Go back and forth. Just gets naturally lighter when we do this. And let's just go back up to the top. Yeah, and let's just go back down. Just get some nice discoloration between this here. I want to get a little bit more blue in here. All right. Just get a nice coat here of blue. Condition the canvas. Get a lot of color on there, because that white canvas can be difficult to pick up. Another thing we're doing here is we're getting that liquid white everywhere. We want that liquid white everywhere. All right. Get a little bit more of that blue in here. Anything you want to do here. Anything you want to do. I got to dig it deep into the bottom of the canvas here, just to make sure that I don't have to go back. And let's tighten this down. Sometimes you got to tighten her down. Not a big deal. Usually Bob Ross likes to leave, usually you like to leave that sheen of light, but for what we're doing today, this is just a coverall. We're just going to condition this canvas. Bill Alexander style here. Just do straight motions all the way across, just to make sure that we ain't got no bizarre water lines in here, Okay, so our conditioned canvas here is what we're looking for. All right, let's get that blue out of here. For the future, we might be using this 2-inch brush. And you see how I'm doing that? I'm trying to get as much of that back in there as I can. It ain't easy finding that. It's not easy finding that paint thinner, that odorless paint thinner. Okay. Now what we want to do is we're going to come in here and mix some colors. We're going to go blue, crimson, brown to dull this a little bit. And we're going to steal some white, just a touch of white. We definitely want this in the crimson hue. A little more crimson. It's looking pretty blue. Let's grab some crimson here. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. A nice crimson color. Get a little bit more white on the focus on the situation here. A little bit more white. I like that color. I want it to be a solid color though. Solid color. There we have it. All right. Now what we're going to do, let's drag this out in a 1-inch brush. Get a little airy. We want it a little airy. Get that nice and aired out here. Let's just start putting our clouds in. We want it to be oblong. You know, you don't want just one shape all the way through. You want to go bigger, then smaller, bigger, then smaller. You know, you don't want it to be just like a cloud. A cloud, you know, a cloud is never that, you know, it's never formed in a straight line or anything like that. It's not a man-made thing. You know, let's say we have another one dancing over here. Just let that dance right in there. Look at that. Just let it dance right in there. Also, you know, maybe there's one coming from out here. Let's give a little separation between these two, though. Let's get him to really shine. We want this guy to go all the way through into here. All right. So that's what we're going to start with. I'm going to grab my fan brush. And I'm going to dip it in the liquid white. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab that liquid white. Got a little heavy there. I want to put that all on the end of the brush. I'm going to go on the outside of this. Stay on the outside of these clouds. But right in here, I want there, where you see that it should be light, let's get that light. Brush that off, man. We don't want to keep that paint on there. Get as much of that paint off as you can. Let's brush maybe the cloud. I can see it go down into here. Just like that. I think it's going all the way out through there. A little bit more liquid white. Let's just keep that going. Nice, beautiful clouds. Let's just get a little bit more in there, a little more action. You know, this will all be blended out. You know, just make sure you got to thin the paint out for this step. Really got to thin the paint out. And then you're pushing harder the more your brush goes. Push a little bit harder there. I've already used half my white. I'm probably gonna have to refill up on the white. You know, just let that brush dance in there. Let that brush dance in there. Let's get a little bit more. We want more white. See, because you're not actually putting direct white paint on, because you're blending the bottom layer. So, you know, you'll hear artists say, well, you don't ever use titanium white, straight titanium white. Well, of course you don't. I mean, I'm a traditional painter as well. So I know what they're talking about. It's just this is the way this technique works. You know, I want to use just a small amount of liquid white, and I want this to be orange. And what I did was I just dipped a little bit of crimson in there. And this is a little thicker paint, 'cause that's thin. We want that a little lighter. A real soft orange. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna come in here. Think of where that sun's reflecting. We just want to get a little bit of that orange in there. I'm calling it orange, but you can call it whatever you wish. I'm gonna go back in there and I'm gonna grab just the lightest amount of it. I'm gonna dance a little bit of it in there. Because when we blend this in, it's gonna really show up. I think it will. It might not, right? Just dance that orange in there. Dance that orange right in there. There we go. I think that's about right. Now what I want to do is grab this 2-inch brush. Make sure you get all the blue out of there. It's not fully out of there, but I'm just going to grab right from the edge of that. And I want to make little swirls here just to kind of blend the bottom of this out. Try not to destroy the cloud, of course, but we just want to make it so the colors blend. So it looks like a cloud, you know. We want to get all these nice colors to blend all the way to the bottom here. Just very nice. And hopefully in the end, it's going to be all worth it, right? All right. I'm going to do a little Bob Ross stuff here, and I'm just going to fluff these clouds a little bit. Just like that. Try to mix that up a little bit when you're doing this as well. All right. No, just as light as you possibly can. Go over these clouds. As light as you possibly can. Just like that. Get yourself some clouds dancing in there. All right? I'm just going to take that blue and kind of bring that blue around it to just get rid of some of them marks I don't like. Just get rid of some of them. There you go. So you have these nice clouds floating up in here. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab that purple color and get it out of here. We don't need that purple color. We're done with it. Hopefully, right? Well, what I want to do is I'm going to get some phthalo blue, or no, we're going Prussian blue. Prussian blue, crimson, brown. We're going to try to make a dark color. A real dark color. We don't want this to be noticeably any color but black. Looks like we're a little bit on the blue hue. We'll get some more brown. Black and brown will do this very nicely. So anyway, I just wanted to mix some dark color. We got some dark color. Okay, I'm going to grab that and pull that straight out. It's like Mr. Ross says. And I'm going to come in here, grab a roll of paint. Now, I want to make these clouds. I'm going to use this cloud kind of as a reference because I want the cloud to wrap around a little bit, you know. I'm not wanting to put a whole lot of paint on this. The more paint I put on, the more I have to take off because we got to put them other coats on here. Anyway, we're just going to block this all in. Like Bob says, you know, we're just looking for that outside line. Maybe there's another little peak over here. This is however you want to do your mountains. I mean, there's a million different ways to do it. Probably. But I'm just gonna, I mean, you can do a fan brush. You can do any kind of brush. I mean, you can take your time, you can take forever, you know, you can use any technique you want. I mean, look at, watch YouTube. You'll see all kinds of different demonstrations. People who went to school for half their life to do this kind of stuff. You know, I didn't go to school for this. I wish I would have. I went to school for manufacturing, because that's what the world needs, especially where we're at here, you know. Anyways, so I'm just gonna do a little mountain range. Now what I'm doing is I want to pull this paint out. What I'm doing is I'm just getting rid of all this paint. Okay, just getting rid of a lot of this paint. And also, I'm kind of getting the feel of how I want my mountains to be. You know, just like Mr. Ross says. Gotta quit bringing him up. So here's our range. Here's our mountain range that we have for today. Now what I want to do is I want to get my highlight color. I'm going to take this nice dark color. I'm going to move that aside for right now because I'm going to use that for later for sure. I'm going to grab some brown. Titanium white. I just want to mix that together, a real nice marble color. I want it more brown. There we go. Grab a little roll of paint. I'm going to come up here. Let's get that in there. Zero pressure whatsoever. Get that paint to break. We want to get that nice and high up in there. Just like that. Don't be afraid to put too much paint on, you know? I mean, there's never a golden rule to how much paint there should be on there. But, you know, it can start to look a little Dr. Seussy. Just get that paint to break. Try not to go over it too many times either, you know. I'm just where do you want this mountain to start? I know where I want mine to start. I want it to kind of hook in through here. Get them mountains in there. Let's get this more. Yeah, I love that. I love that one. That's a good move right there. I want this to be a little bit more uneven, not such a straight shot. And then this guy's going to come all the way down as well. I just want to get some color in there. Some nice color in there. You know, that guy, maybe he's all the way in there like that. So now what I want to do is I want to make a little bit of a shadow color. So I'm going to grab some of this really dark color that I made here. Let's just lighten that up. And I also want to make that marble. As marble as I possibly can. Just want to grab a little tiny roll of paint. So I'm not sure how this is going to look. You know, I don't know. Let's just go the other way with that. Let's get these to stick out. Maybe there's... Let's get a little bit more marble involved here. Load that knife. Get a nice parallel line in there. You know, let's sink this one back a little bit. Let's sink this back, maybe into here. Let's get this guy to pop out a little bit more. Right in there. No, because it's snowy out. It's high elevation, right? I mean, it's snowy out here. Push that all the way back. Just keep on winging it, you know. Swoosh, right? Nice marble color. All right, so we have a little bit of a mountain range here. Now what we want to do is we're going to come here with a 2-inch brush. Get rid of any of that excess color we have in there. And let's just make the bottom of this misty. Just a little mist, just a little bit. Maybe a little higher. Just to diffuse the situation here. All right, let's get that brush, keep that brush as clean as we possibly can get it. And with this, I just want to lift up a little bit just to cause some beginnings of this mountain here. Okay, let's go the other way. Just to diffuse this whole system here. Get a nice mountain range in there. Okay. I see a little spot in here I'm not too happy with. So bear with me here. Yeah, let's just diffuse that a little tiny bit. I'd say I'm happy with that. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab my fan brush. I'm going to go into a little bit of this color here that I made these mountain or the clouds with. This cloud's coming right in over the top of this. Make that all sink back there just like that. That's all I did was just a little tiny little bit of dots, and we're rocking and rolling. So now what I'm going to do here, start putting in some layers of trees. Going to grab all these blues, this dark color. I just want to lighten that color. I'd say to a solid color, more of a solid color. And this is the lightest color I'm gonna go for my trees. Little paint thinner involved here, folks. Let's pull these trees out of this brush. I think the trees are gonna probably come up to about right here. I'm just gonna very lightly, and I wanna really make these different heights. I don't want it to look too uniform. Okay, maybe the trees go way down here. Just to cause that little mist in between there. I want to use that mist to my advantage. Just like that. A little bit more paint thinner. Use too much paint thinner and you get splatters all over the place. We don't want splatters all over the place. Kind of like what you're seeing. But we will be able to fix all that. Okay, so that's what I'm going to call my first row of trees. I want to come in here and I want to diffuse all this stuff here so it's easier for my next layer that I want to make. Yep, I'm just go in here. Let's get rid of some of these splash marks. All right, so there's our first layer of trees. I think that looks okay. I mean, it will look okay when we're done. Let's just get this color a little darker. Yeah, we're just gonna get that a little darker. A little bit more Prussian blue in there. A little bit of Prussian blue goes a long way. It's definitely a darker hue. All right, now this one, I'm gonna not put any liquid white or any paint thinner in here. And I wanna start probably up in this area here. Okay, we need this a little darker. Okay, sometimes that happens. Let's get some crimson in here. A little bit more Prussian blue. Crimson might have been a bad call. Let's Prussian blue the heck out of that. All right. Crimson was a bad call. We want Prussian blue, brown, let's get some white in there. Let's go back into that touch of crimson that we had. I just want a darker color, folks. I want to do it right. Let's get in here. Let's get that darker color. Now that to me definitely looks like a darker color. I'm just going to keep dancing in between my... I'm going to keep dancing in between my Prussian blue and that color I made. Just make my second layer of trees here. Make it look like a second layer of trees. Another thing we're doing here is we're conditioning the canvas at the same time. I mean, you don't want all that white in there. All right, so I think this is about right. Let's just get some more in here. There, I like that. I like where we're going with that. I can live with that. All right, now what we want to do is make a very dark color, and we want to put a little bit of sap green in it. So I'm just kind of grabbing everything on my palette here to make a nice dark color. Then I'm grabbing sap green at the end. And that's going to really, really make it dark. All right. Let's go back into that fan brush. It's going to be our third tier. Oh, well, we need to do something first here. Let's just concentrate on diffusing this a little bit. Let's do that a little bit. Just diffuse that. All right. Now let's get this final layer here. Let's start this somewhere in here. We just want to make sure that there's separation between this. All right. Just make sure there's separation between that. A little carried away on that last one there. Just bring this all the way out to here. Make some nice rows of trees here. Now what we want to do, we're going to actually start developing a little bit of the land there. All right. Got an evergreen. Let's pop some evergreens in there. Starting to get a little bit more clear. All right. Really nice and dark. Don't be scared, don't be scared. Let's get this. We want this to be very dark. And my last one here, you get a little bit bigger. Just like that. A little bit of grassy areas up in here. Just trying to kill as much of that blue as I can. All right, I like it. All right, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this fan brush. I'm going to go into the green. I'm going to pull on this yellow. Get a nice green color here. Lime green, a little more darker than that. Let's get into my liquid white. Grabbed quite a bit of liquid white. Because there's a lot of stuff in here. All right, that's the color I'm looking for. And I'm just going to come up in here. Push these evergreen trees in. You come in here and push them right in there. Make sure I got nice thin paint on the brush. Push these evergreen trees in there. Just like that. Just like that. Make it look like evergreen trees back in there. And you know, there's little nice, beautiful, grassy things back in here. There's another little evergreen tree right here that I see. All right. Now, what we want to do is grab some of that dark paint. And let's reflect this back into the water here. Let's just make these trees upside down. That's what we're gonna do. I want to do it all at once. All at once here. So when I do the reflections, we don't got to worry about re-going over it. Get a little bit of liquid white. Push down on all this here. All right. Now we're gonna grab our 2-inch brush. I'm just gonna grab that and just barely pull straight down. Grab a little bit of that tree line. Right where you want that separated. And let's just smooth that out. Give yourself a nice sheen of light there. All right, now what we want to do, take this fan brush, let's go back into that real dark color that we made here earlier. Looks like I need more of that color. Let's go back through here. Make a little cove in there. Just like that. Let's take that dark color. Let's wrap that around. I want to keep some of that blue in there. I'm doing this just to get a feel of where I want this to go. Now, what I want to do is fill in this area here. A little bit, just a touch of paint thinner. All right, I'm gonna come in here and let's get a little crazy here. I just want to diffuse all this back in through here. Just like that. Take more of this color. Let's go back in through here. And let's just get all that in here. Let's darken this painting up. All right. So now what we want to do, I'm going to grab some of this mountain color, the highlight color. I just barely, just want to go over this very lightly. Just to give indications of some land back here. Very lightly go over this. Just like that. I'm going to come in here, give us a little bit of land structure. You know, I want to cut a water line in there. Grab some liquid white, and I'm going to go into that brown. Just cut a little bit of just a little highlight in there for this guy. A little bit more of a highlight in there. There we go, I like that. I think we're getting somewhere with this. Now what I want to do is I'm going to grab some dark color. Which is mostly going to be brown. I want a brown hue here. Just like that, a nice brown hue. What I want to do is hold off for a second here. Let me get some Prussian blue on the situation. Some Prussian blue. Tap that into the brush. Let's go back and forth on this. Get some nice dark Prussian blue in there. And I can go all the way to the ends. There we go. I like that. I like that very much. Let me just make sure I got this down to the bottom here. Now what we want to do, clean our fan brush. Make sure it's very clean. And I'm having issues doing that right now. That's why Bob Ross had multiple fan brushes. So what we want to do, we're going to go straight into the liquid white. Straight into the liquid white. Little titanium white. Just a little mixture of both. I just want to make sure. When I'm going, I'm just going to come over here. Swoop down. Come over here and swoop down. Every single stroke you want to do, you want to reload the paint, you want to clean the brush. Okay? If you don't clean the brush, the effect is not going to work. Okay? Just like that. I see one more little spot I want to hit. Let's hit that little spot then. Right here. There we go. I like that. So that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm looking for. And in here, it's got a whole bunch of splashes going on in there. Just like that. Just like that. Get some more activity going in here. Just brush clean. Maybe it's some whooshers in there too, down and through here. Just like that. Something like that, right? Boy, I'm getting this stuff all over my... There we go. That's what I mean. That's what I want. Real nice flow. That's what we're looking for. Well, that wasn't good. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to come in here to that dark color I made. And we are going to start making our cliff. Okay? Start making our cliff. Just put that in there where you see the lay of the land. Looks like right here, this cliff may go down. It looks like it's going to start right here again. It's take that angle this way. Just keep taking that angle back. That's what I'm seeing anyways. All right, we got to retain this one as well. We can always go back in there and redo these splashes. But yeah, I just want to follow that angle of this land right out through here. And let's see what we come up with. Right now we're going to take that highlight color and let's just float it on the top. Float that right on the top. You want that marble. Float that right across this top. And just keep on rolling with that. Get that nice right here, right to the edge of that. Just follow the lay of this land. However you think it may lay. May not be the right way. Just keep these all the way out. All right. Now, what we want to do is need some more dark colors here. Let's put in some dark shadows here. That's what we're in desperate need of. Desperate need of. All right, now what I want to do, take that fan brush once again. Let's get into some liquid white. Let's get some cracks. Make it look like there's all kinds of activity going on in here. I like that. I like that. Now with the same fan brush, because I have no other fan brush, go back in a little bit more liquid white. And let's see what we got here. I want it to be a nice yellowish, more of a yellowish green. I just want to come in here, barely touch. Grass in through there. Get some grassy stuff in through there. Nice. Just grassy things. Try to put everything together here. Let's keep that going over here. Need a little bit of liquid white. Always need a little bit of liquid white. Okay. I'm just barely touching the canvas. Just barely. And let's just get all that nice grassy areas in there. All right, and then while we're at it, you know, there might be some areas back in here too. Maybe back in here as well. That's some nice grassy areas. I think that looks pretty good. Some nice grassy areas back in there. Let's get a little bit more light in here. There we go. I like that. Lighten it up. Lighten that all up. No, because this waterfall, man, I mean, it's bringing all kinds of stuff into here, into the equation. Not really a waterfall, more like a water drop. So now what we want to do is we want to build us a tree. Tree. We'll go back into that 2-inch brush. Let me get some brown in here. Let's really make sure that we got our background covered here. Two-inch brush is doing damage. We're gonna go 1-inch brush, folks. Nice, airy. Nice airy 2-inch brush here. Need to mix me a little bit more paint. Grab this. I want this to be more in a green hue since we're into the trees here. Okay. A little bit of paint thinner. All right, then up here, let's go. Let's get some dark colors in up here. Just totally cover that mountain up. Just tap in some nice dark color. Let's go all the way up with this guy. Build us an almighty tree. Right? We've all heard that saying, right? Now what we want to do is we're going to come in here. We're going to take this fan brush. A little bit of paint thinner. I'm just going to go into the Van Dyke brown. And let's say there's a tree right here. There might be another tree right here. Maybe another tree right in here. Take that liner brush. Make us some ink out of our brown. Just little indications of some branches. There's some little indications. That's a little indication. Probably won't even show up for you at home. Or maybe he's got a big old tree trunk right here. Okay. Now what we're gonna do, we're going a little yellow ochre. And we're gonna make like an orangey color here. A marble orangey color. All right, let's go in here. Let's just start touching this tree. You know, maybe he's got some. Maybe he's got some color to him. Maybe the light's sparkling on him right here. Let's give him some light. Like a little indication of a tree there. A little bit of highlights in here. And same with this. Just give this guy a little bit of highlights. So little indications. Little indications. Maybe the branches have little highlights on them as well. Okay, let's go back into that 1-inch brush here. That needs to be diffused a little bit. All right, so let's start pushing some trees in. I want a nice green color here. Nice airy brush. All right. Let's just start pushing these trees in. Maybe at the bottom here, we got some grass coming out like that. Try to diffuse that tree a little bit. There we go. Let's go into the yellow ochre here. Tiny touch of liquid white. All right. That'll be for that guy. Kind of looks like the same color, hey? Let's go into some green. Just sap green. Alright, and he's gonna be just like that. And on the bottom, push in some bushes. Got some bushes pushed in there. All right, so now what we want to do is definitely get more brown in here. All right, so now what we want to do, we're going to take this knife. Sorry, we're going to take the fan brush. We're going to go into the darkest color we got, which is just brown. And I'm going to start here. I'm going to go straight down, straight up. Okay, let's get a little bit more dark color involved here. All right. A big old trunk on the bottom of this guy. Just a big old trunk. I just want to get a lot of paint on here just for texture, of course. Let's keep that going. Gotta get in your way here. Just a little bit. Let's get that really nice and dark. And the highlights will show up a lot better. Yep, just like that, all the way up. All the way up. Maybe he's got a little arm hanging off. A little arm. Coming off like that. Go up there. Give him an arm going off there. Something you can do with a knife quick. All right. Now what we want to do, we're going to take the brown and the yellow ochre. We want to make like an orangey, white kind of color here. A little bit more yellow ochre. A little bit more white. All right. I'm gonna load that knife full of paint. I'm just gonna put in little indications where I think that tree should be. Just little indications. All the way up, just touching. Yep. Just touching in there. Let's make it a nice tree. It's a little tiny roll of paint. Dang it. Just indications here. Oh, got some yellow in there. We don't want that. Well, let's get back into that yellow ochre. We ran out of brown. Yeah, let's get some more brown in there. Get that white in there. All right, let's start hitting this again. All right. maybe maybe there's just a little bit of moss growing on this guy. Maybe it's a little bit of moss coming on that guy. All right, we also want to give maybe this guy, he needs some attention too. He says, hey, what about me? I want some highlights. You know, maybe he's got a little bit of green on him up here. Could be possible, you know, maybe it could be possible. Let's also give him a little bit more green. You know, dance some greens in there. Now what we want to do is take that blue, want to get a little bit of blue back here. Just like that. Really make that pop out. You know what I mean? Let's grab a load of paint thinner here. Just trying to grab that out. Yeah, that ain't gonna work today. Now what I want to do, grab my 2-inch brush, or 1-inch brush. Let's give this tree just, you know, let's bring this tree home a little bit. Let's bring this tree home a little bit. All right, let's go into some yellow ochre. Let's push in some bushes down here. Of course, going back into the liquid white. Let's just give them some multitudes of color. All right, there's different multitudes of color. Make that just pop. Make that just pop. We don't want it to be that boring, right? Then right on the end here, let's just give him a little bit. Give him a little bit of some stuff here, just so he doesn't feel alone. All right. Let's come up in here. Let's give this guy some highlights. Give him some highlights. Maybe there's another little branch coming off over here. You just kind of play around with this. You know, maybe there's a little shining coming on through here as well. Also, maybe in through there where I just messed up. Oh, well, we're gonna have to fix it now. All right. You know, that happens. We're just gonna have to dot that out just like that. All right, so there you have it. There's my painting of the week. I see one more thing I'd like to fix. I mean, I could do this all day, but this is basically it. So let's just go in here. I want some ripples. Just some ripples in here. Just some action. All right. Thank you for watching, and have a good week.